I uh, I don't know what to say about Sony's press conference. Um, I thought I was let down by last night's on Bethesda's, but holy shit! I was grown up to I was taught to if I don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. And I really don't even want to make this video right now. But I got to get my first thoughts out, and I'll come back a little bit later afterwards and continue this video. But wow, only an hour, if even that. Wow, yeah, I don't know what to say. I'm legitimately angry right now, and it's stupid because I didn't realize I had that much passion for Sony and wanting them to do good, and I'm legitimately just disappointed and upset. I know how my parents feel about me now. I'm just joking on that one. But yeah, wow. Like, Sony, what the shit, guys? Sorry, my light's all off. I just wanted to film this real quick. Just get my first initial thoughts out because I don't know. I really don't freaking know. Sony lost E3 as far as I'm concerned, and this looks really bad. Better. I mean, we saw God of War, and we know that's coming early next year, which is cool. I'm happy about that. I love God of War. But that was it. Everything else didn't do anything for me. Yeah, Detroit Becoming Human, whatever the hell that game's called, that looks okay, but I think it'd be more fun if you could choose between being the androids and humans. You know, maybe you could, once you play it, then you can go back and play it again. Just personally, I was like, man, fuck these androids. I don't want this uprise happening. Because they didn't paint a picture of why the humans were bad. They just painted a picture that, hey, they're bad, and these androids are uprising, and you're the android to help do the uprising, which made no sense. I have no clue. And I feel like all the leaks that came out before the actual press conference would have been decent in your press conference. No Crash Bandicoot. No nothing. Yeah, I'll do a more thorough video later. What is up, everybody? TgtRick here. Back again about an hour and a half since the Sony press conference. Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. Phenomenal season, phenomenal year. I'm a Trailblazer fan, so take that as you will. So Sony, the press conference, I'm looking it up and I'm seeing people saying that how bad it was, and I'm seeing people say that Forbes actually said that Sony beat Microsoft this year at E3. I don't think that's the case at all, but that's just my opinion. But you're here for recaps, so let's get with the recaps, huh? So first off, the show opened up very clumsy. You couldn't hear any sound. It was mic'd and rigged. Very, very weird. I don't know what Sony was doing, if they didn't pre-test it or what. But we got a closer look at Uncharted Lost Legacy. Got a little bit of gameplay trailer for that. Then next up was Horizon Zero Dawn is getting an expansion. It's called The Frozen Wilds. I didn't play Horizon Zero Dawn yet, so I mean, exciting if you guys did. Next up, we got a very, very long, like 6 to 8 minute look at Days Gone from Sony Bend, and I'm not very excited on that game. I'm tired of the zombie games. I really am. I'm tired of them. And like I said, Sony having people hanging from their raft. It was weird. It was fucking weird. It was bad marketing. Next up was Monster Hunter World, coming early next year. It's coming to consoles and PC, so it's coming to PS4, Xbox One. No word on Switch yet, probably not. But to me, it looked like a bad PC MMO. And no offense to PC lovers out there. I'm on a PC. I love PC. I love MMOs, but the graphics for it just looked incredibly bad, and the gameplay was so broken up. Like they were trying to convey it as actual gameplay, and then it was just like weird cut stop scenes. Like if a YouTuber did, you know how YouTubers sometimes do their videos, like they're talking and they cut it out something and they just keep it. They don't edit any smooth transition or anything. It's just like, you know, it was weird. It's very clunky. The next up was Shadow of the Colossus is getting remade for the PS4. last I checked, The Last Guardian didn't sell worth a damn. In fact, I can get it right now at Fred Meyer's for $19.99. I don't know. I mean, if you guys are fans of the series, then cool. I unfortunately am not. I just didn't really care for it. I know it's blasphemy as a PlayStation fan and as a retro gamer, but I really didn't care for the series. Next up, we got another look at Call of Duty World War II, the multiplayer for it at least, and it looks pretty damn good. Not gonna lie, but again, it's Call of Duty, you know, so it's same thing, different year. Next was PlayStation VR, and we got some stuff. First was a military shooter called Bravo Team, which it looked pretty intense and fast paced. I don't know. And then next we got a game called Star Child, which I have no clue what the hell it was, and I don't think anybody at Sony's press conference understand what the hell it was because it didn't look like it was VR. They said it was a VR game, but you saw just a little character moving around. You didn't see any classic VR, you know, the floating hands and weird fucking angles and shit. There was nothing. It was just like a 2D platformer type thing. So I don't know. Then next was it's called The Impatient. It reminds me a lot of Outlast. It's a survival horror game, so we think, you don't know, they didn't really show much of it for VR. None of these had a release date either, if I do remember correctly. And then next we had Final Fantasy XV fishing game called Monsters of the Deep, because, you know, that's what you want to do with the VR. You want to play fishing with Final Fantasy characters. And it looked terrible. The graphics looked terrible. Look, if you're trying to do VR and you're trying to make it look good, at least look at how Resident Evil did it, guys. Because it looked like PS3, PS2 graphics. And then, last but not least, we got Skyrim VR. So what's that? The 4th rendition of Skyrim now? And again, the graphics were just atrocious on it. I mean, it was worse than the PS3 Skyrim graphics. And they just had the Skyrim, you know, Legendary Edition, which is all upgraded and stuff. And it's supposed to be on the PlayStation 4 Pro and 4K, and it just looked absolutely horrendous. Next, we got a little bit more of God of War, which is awesome. I do love the God of War series. And it turns out that is Kratos' son that you're playing, and it looks like you're going to be switching in between him during gameplay, which is kind of cool. And it is coming early 2018, no release date yet. Chances are, you know, might get pushed back, probably come out in April, I don't know. Find out. Next was Detroit. And it was, what's the full name for that? I can't remember the full name for the game. I apologize, guys. Anyway, like I said in the first part of this video, I don't know what to think of it. It showed the robots uprising and not showing why they're uprising against the humans, and you were a robot, and apparently humans were very bad, but they didn't say why or show anything why. So, and it was a good 3-4 minute trailer, if not longer, and they didn't explain any of that in there. So I don't know. I believe it's Becoming Human Detroit or something like that. And then last but not least, Sony decided to show off Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man game, anyway. Which we knew they were going to come out with because they showed it at PlayStation Experience last year. And I believe E3 as well. It doesn't look like an open world like everybody thought it did. Or was going to be. It looks more of kind of like a Uncharted 3 type-esque game, where you can go places, but it's not really go wherever the heck you want in the city. It's like, oh, I can only go so many spots in this little area until I move on, and then, you know, so on and so on. So yeah, that was all they showed at the press conference, guys. That was it. And that's coming out sometime in 2018. Now, before the press conference, Sony actually announced some stuff, which would have been cool at the actual event. They released a new horror game called Hidden Agenda, a new co-op mobile horror game by the makers of Until Dawn is coming. Undertale is coming to the PS4 and PS Vita. Marvel Capcom Infinite is coming September 19th. And we saw some more Destiny 2 trailers. And that was, I'm actually reading up right now because that's how, I keep looking over and reading up on this because that's how memorable that conference really was. And I say that with the most sincere sarcasm. Yeah. So Sony really dropped the ball on that one. I'm a huge Sony fan. Always have. I grew up. I mean, I grew up with obviously a Nintendo NES, and then but when the PlayStation came out, I that's all I stuck with. I didn't own an Xbox original until last year. So yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. Let me know what you guys thought of the conference in the comments down below. Let me know if you guys think that that they won E3, if you guys were excited for it, or just anything else you want to do. Follow me on Twitter, TgtRick. We got Nintendo tomorrow, and hopefully that will be better. All right, guys. Catch you guys later.